No. Yeah, can you please tell your question? Yeah. What is the question?
No, this was a question by Malateji.
No, that should be recorded in the group. Yeah, what is the question?
How to drop karma?
How to drop karma?
Huh.
Okay.
Then you started explaining there are three different karmas.
Okay. So how to drop karma? What is karma? Okay. What do you call as karma? The karma is a recurring set of patterns in your life. A pattern which keeps on repeating. Okay. So this pattern repeats infinite number of times. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jatve shayanam. Again and again, the pattern keeps on repeating. So one example of pattern in your life. Maybe a couple of millions lifetimes. Yeah. You were born, you grew up, okay, you married somebody, you had children, you became old and died. This pattern will keep on repeating. Okay. That's all. It's a repeating pattern. Now, in this repeating pattern, it has a sequence. There's a desire arises to do something. Then the body acts. Something you do, the action will happen, a result comes. A result can be favorable or unfavorable. It again goes into consciousness. You are again and again try to do more favorable thing, avoid unfavorable. Like that, this is a loop. Loop of desire, action, result, then story of impression. Again it comes back. It's like a program, eternally running program. So this karmic thing we can understand a slightly different way, in a different way. How the program runs in your body. I'm referring to the body. This is karma. What in general? What is that? Karma is a recurring pattern. Can recurring pattern be broken? Yes. That's why karma, when people read the astrology or the horoscope, they say your pattern can be predicted. The life pattern can be predicted. How can my life pattern be predicted, you will say? Because all life patterns is a pattern. The astrology is trying to predict based on the pattern. If you know the pattern, you can predict. That's what is astrology is about. So but somebody has come out of the karmic pattern, you cannot predict the pattern. So that's a person who is spiritual, he has broken that karmic patterns. He has come out. Astrologer cannot predict his actions because there's a break in the pattern. For example, I'll give you one example. Okay, just give you an example. Let's say this alcoholic. The moment he sees alcoholic bottle, his hand goes, he drinks alcohol. It's a pattern. Wherever the bottle is there, he will just drink. Now somebody has become non-alcoholic. He had a pattern, but he broke the habit. Now bottle is in front of him. Whether he will drink or not is unpredictable. Same thing is with the karmic cycle. A person when he says spiritual, that means he has come out of the karmic cycle. So then whether his behavior is not predictable like earlier, his behavior may be spontaneous, or he may still do something, but what he does is not predictable. How he behaves is not predictable. That's what it means. Okay. So let us understand in a different way. Brain. Will not think of too many lifetimes at all. Just say in this lifetime what's happened. Like a go. So when a child is born, the neural net, the nervous system is clean. There are no patterns, right? And the interaction in the family, mother and father, the community, the school starts creating neural patterns in the child. Neural patterns are there. Okay? And various life experiences goes through. All these life experiences ultimately start becoming neural pattern. Neural pathway is like nothing but you can say a neural programs. Okay. Unconsciously, we keep on repeating the programs in life. We'll never be able to come out of the programs. So what happens? This gets into loop. I'll tell you how. You have seen, if you drink a cup of coffee in the morning, next day morning you don't get a coffee, what will happen to you? There's a sensation in the tongue, some headache. The body is demanding that. Body is demanding the coffee, right? The body, the coffee is nothing but a caffeine, a chemical. So the body reacts to chemical and it gets addicted to chemical. Okay. What happens in our nervous system? The brain creates a thought, thinking. And body creates a feeling. Feeling is the language of the body, thinking is the language of the brain. And action is the outcome of body. Thinking, feeling, and action. Right? This thinking, feeling, action becomes a loop. How? I'm just giving an example how it will happen. So the moment you think of something, there is a hormone or a chemical produced in the body which creates a feeling. Whatever feeling. Then it requires a result in the action. Thinking, feeling, action, result, thinking, feeling, action, it becomes a loop. Thinking, feeling, action. The thinking, feeling, action is called behavior, or rather personality. Thought, feeling, and action or behavior is called personality. So we know personality, right? Each person, we know personality. We are very predictable. This person, if I speak, immediately he'll put a remark like this. By and large, you know the personality. Behavior is known by and large, right? By and large, you are predictable. Why? Because that loop is fixed. Thinking, feeling, doing loop is fixed. Okay. And it becomes addictive. How? I'm giving one situation. Somebody is worried about the future. What will happen to you in future? The moment you are worried, a hormone, stress hormone is produced in the body. Okay. So the body undergoes change. Right? His behavior undergoes change. Isn't it? Now what has happened? The fear is related to future. The fear is related to future. The future, a thought of future, I mean, worst come situation he has imagined. That worst come situation created a worst come outcome in the body already. The body has already undergone that facing the situation because body does not know. It's the imagination. So it thinks that this is reality and that worst outcome, it starts thinking it's happening now. So the body reacts. What you are doing now? You are training the body to be in the future, not in the present moment. Do you understand? If somebody is thinking of the future, worry, thinking, immediately a hormone is produced in the body, worry hormone. Because I'm saying, let's say in future I'll meet with an accident, let's say, example. Then body is afraid. There's a fear. That fear-related hormone will be produced. You are simulating a future scenario now. Right? Then what are you doing? You are creating, the body is supposed to be present moment. But you are making the body to live in the future a fearful scenario, which is not real. Okay? It's a simulation. In a sense, it's a simulation. In the simulation, what will happen? There's some hormones are produced in the body. And body will crave for that hormone. So the body, and it starts producing that feeling, then it becomes a thinking. The thinking becomes a feeling. Feeling becomes a thinking. Thinking and feeling are kept locking your body and the mind in future fear. This becomes a loop, panic loop, thought chain. Or it could be past also. You can be thinking of regret. Oh, I should not run that. You will go back again and again to scenario, regret. And regret will cause certain hormones reaction in the body. Okay. So now you are taking the body to the past. The body is reacting as if it is in the past, not in the present. Then what will happen? The behavior will change. For example, a person who is having regret, when he comes and talks to you, thinking has gone, regret is coming, the body is feeling, his behavior will be different from present moment behavior. Then you will also behave differently. He may just look, he may not look at you, he may look somewhere else. So his behavior will change. And you will respond according to the behavior. Your behavior reflects that. Then it becomes a feedback to him. In that feedback, what will happen? Again, thinking, feeling loops strengthens. You start living in the present moment, past moment. Okay? You are not in the present moment. You are living in the past or future. And this is the recurring program because thinking becomes feeling, feeling becomes behavior, behavior becomes thinking, feeling loop. And it becomes an addictive loop because body is addicted to hormones. So this thinking, feeling loop, thinking, feeling, doing loop will keep on repeating in life. It's a pattern. Okay. So the pattern may involve applying for a job, working for some time, leaving, or having a relationship, breaking the relationship, going out. Anything, any pattern, but the pattern is repeatable. And this person does not know I'm living in a loop. Right? It's called time loop. The body is supposed to live in the present moment, but your mind is in the past. That's why body also goes to the past. You are living in the past. And then you come to the present moment, come to interact with the present moment, but your response are related to past, you are in a time loop. It's called karma. And it's addictive. So some people have the habit of constant, what you call continuous thought chain. Some people have habit pattern which they can't control. For example, the doom scrolling, no, it's called doom scrolling. The moment you see the mobile phone, you'll keep on scrolling. You know why? The moment you see the mobile phone, dopamine is released. The body likes dopamine. They feel good hormone. So it'll do it. Next, again, it'll scroll. And body, it becomes a habit pattern. And habit pattern is like driving a car. Once your habit pattern is established, you don't need to. It's automatically goes on. So this automatic function is called karma. Can you break it?
Emotion healing class you have.
You can break it.
Yeah.
First, you have to recognize the pattern in your life. Okay? There's a pattern in your life. That pattern you have to recognize. And you have to reverse the pattern. You can come out of the pattern. How do you come out of the pattern? Suppose your pattern is out of fear. Okay? It is creating a fear hormones. Now, can you visualize the scenario? In that fearful situation, it's all comfortable, it's good, all good. I mean, let's say fearful situation, I'll meet an accident. A car comes and hits me. This fear. Now, visualize the car is coming, but nothing is happening to you. It passes. So then what will happen? A calming hormone will be generated. You are neutralizing the stress hormone with the calming hormone. Right? So now, when the stress hormone is related, neutralize the calming hormone, you are coming to back to present moment. You may be able to. Okay. So now karmic loop is broken. Maybe other karmic loops, but this particular karmic loop is broken. Karmic pattern is broken. Okay. Similarly, there are many patterns in our life which are repeating, recurring. You have to be able to recognize that pattern. Once you're able to recognize, you have to break it. You can break it. This is the way karma can be broken. Okay. Now, when after this, when you look at the horoscope, they'll say, oh, your bad next 6 months is bad period. Okay. So you do this havan, do this puja. So what you are doing, next 6 months you would have gone through a cycle. So a break point is introduced. Doing havan, it's like supposed to be division. The break point disrupts the karmic flow, your pattern. For example, another example I'll give. A person is addicted to alcohol. The moment he sees the bottle, his hand will go. Okay. So to break the pattern, his wife has tied a chain. When you want to go to bottle, please look at the chain. Remember me, or children. Then he looks at it, then the pattern gets broken. You have to introduce a break point in your karmic flow. Break point for anything. One break point I told you people. What is that? If too many thoughts are there, write it down. Writing down breaks it. Because the moment you write down in your diary, you become conscious of that. This is a break point. Swadhyaya diary is a break point. Like that, you can introduce a break point. Or you can introduce a point where you can do counter visualization of instead of fear, instead of joy, you can visualize. So you can reduce the opposite hormone. Right? Like that, you can break karmic pattern. The highest way to break the karmic pattern, the karma is dependent on the individual, not my identity. My identity, which goes through. Ultimately, I am driven by the identity. Right? So now, if the identity, as long as the identity is there, the pattern will keep on continuing. Suppose you change the identity, the pattern cannot continue. If you're able to change the identity, instead of breaking the karmic loop, you can change if you change the identity, pattern will break. One thief was there. Okay. He goes and steals from somebody's house. One day, he gets into somebody's house, tries to steal, then people started chasing him. So, can you pause? So there was a thief. I was telling the story of a thief. He was stealing. Very professional thief. He has been stealing for many years now. He enters into a house and the house people start chasing him. He runs away. He has to hide someplace. What he does, he'll put a dress of a monk, saffron dress, and sits. Then people could not find the thief. Next day, people find one monk is sitting. They start coming there and offering something to him. They start giving respect to him. They put a garland. Okay. Now, thief finds this very interesting, very, very good, right? He feels so happy. Okay. Then he likes that saffron dress. He is not able to steal anymore. His stealing pattern is broken. Right? Habit pattern can be broken by visualization, by changing some way you are living. The karmic pattern can be broken. And karma itself is not a punishment. Karma is a learning mechanism. Okay. How is learning mechanism? Universe, what we call as universe, is a university. In university, get lessons first and exam later. In the universe, you get exam first and learn later. It's an open-ended system. What you do something, then start learning from it, then improvise. So in karma also you start improvising. You don't repeat the same pattern again. Next time you do little bit of revision. So one person got married 6 lifetimes back and he got so frustrated. Next time he married, but he divorced twice. is frustrated. He's improvising now. Marriage to divorce. So the third lifetime, he's still improvising. So this time he doesn't get married, he becomes a monk. Improvisation happens. So the karmic loop, you keep on repeating, gradual improvisation happens based on learning. So that way, karma is a learning mechanism. It's not a punishment. Okay. What happens? Our habit patterns, the pattern, what I call as identity, is ego. Is a pattern. It's called default mode network in your brain, DFN. There is a self identity. Okay. It's not localized, but it's a pattern which repeats. So in enlightenment, that pattern gets disrupted. And disruption happens called brain neuroplasticity. Brain pattern changes. They say deep change happens when the brain pattern changes. Our brain has the ability called neuroplasticity. For anything in life, we can brain reconfigure it. For example, like let's say, one example, somebody meets with an accident. Then the brain neural pattern is afraid of going anywhere. It already brain reconfigures for survival. Similarly, enlightenment brain reconfigures for survival. So how do you change this, disrupt this pattern, bring neuroplasticity? That is actually self-enquiry. Who am I? Now, every time you are repeating a pattern, you are repeating ego, identity, you are trying to find out who is that I. That will disrupt that. Self-enquiry will lead to freedom from that pattern. Now, when you are free from ego, the karmic pattern also gets disrupted. That becomes breaking karma. So that's why it said, Dhanagni, Dagda Karmani. The fire of knowledge burns you, burns the karma. Why? Because sense of doership disappears. The doership alone repeats the karma. But in that reality, there's no real doer. Prakritehe kriyamani gune karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudatma karta hamiti manyate. Nature alone is doing everything. So the sense of me as a doer is also a pattern in the karmic loop. That pattern gets disrupted. That's where neural network gets reconfigured. That's what you can call as enlightenment, or you can call liberation, or you can say change of life, or metamorphosis. All these things happens. So you can break the karmic loop. There is don't have to, but you have to become aware of what loop I am in. That's a time loop. Karmic loop is a time loop. What happened in the past, you are again repeating. Any questions? Any questions from people on Zoom? Please raise your hand. Okay, if there are no questions, we'll close for the day. Hari Om. Hari Om.